Today's rant revolves around the question: why, when a Black woman protects herself from a Black man, is it seen as betrayal? A Black woman can get attacked, raped, abused by a Black man. But when she says no more, and she takes legal action to say no more, she takes some kind of action to say, I'm done, everybody jumps to the aid, including Black women, to the Black man. First of all, as Black women, we're already not believed. We gotta always prove our position and prove our experience and perception. But it's especially disappointing and I don't even know what the word is. Disappointing is an understatement. It's especially painful when her grievance or complaint or her issue is with a Black man. And without question, without context, without knowing the story, they jump to the defense of the Black man. I'm going through a divorce right now. And he went down to the courts to file a petition, a protective order, citing concerns of my mental health. I don't know if she has explosives in the house. I don't know if she has guns in the house. I don't even want to sleep in my bed. I'm just so... Praise God. I had somebody just kind of tip me off. I mean, the most random person that I didn't have a real relationship with just happened to say, this can't be the same person that did that training or worked at our organization. That can't be the same person. But Seattle, that name, they Googled me. They found my name or my number through online, texted me, said, hey, I know you don't know my number, reach out, and told me that he placed a restraining order based on my mental health. And they said two things. One, we see this a lot. The next thing that's going to happen, he's going to try to do something to incite you or bait you into acting in ways that validate the restraining order. Don't take the bait. I would call the police on him before he can on you, because now he can build up a paper trail that validates. You better call the police first. Immediately, as mad as I was, we don't call the police. I'm not calling the police. I'm not doing that. I'm not calling the police on this Black man. No, we don't do that here. To my own harm and to my own detriment, I was like, I'm not doing it. So I was willing to take the risk of this reputation around my mental health on a public record before I was willing to call the police on a Black man. That's a problem. That is a social problem. It is a cultural problem. It is a gender problem. It is a history problem, generational problem, that we cut off our own arm just for you to feel safe. Because we know historically and socially today that Black men are in peril and in danger. But it's a constant recurring thing. If you say, I don't care if it's Bill Cosby, I don't care if it's R. Kelly, when you say this Black man did this thing, it is astounding how Black women rush to the support of that Black man without evidence, without history, without context, without knowing the story, without knowing the period. That's a problem. So my rant is not just about Black men and doing the thing they're doing what they do in their trauma response to find some power, to find some place of know something. It's not just about that. It's about our sisters who will turn on us before knowing what it feels like to not be believed, knowing what it feels like to look around and see, Black women statistically are the most underprescribed for pain meds and pain management in hospitals. So our threshold for pain is seen as higher than other folks. Knowing all of these things that we deal with and protecting and holding up our communities. But when we say, ouch, it's a problem. So my rant for today is, as Black women, we need to have some conversations. Black men, these Black elders, Black men who are solid in their communities need to have these healing circles for Black men. Y'all need to have conversations, because the conversation cannot always be, what did she do to deserve it? Why does she keep going back? Why is she knows how hard it is for Black men. Why is she putting him in this position? That can't always be the conversation. What also can't be the conversation, Black women, we need to gather and say, what the hell is this shit about? Why do we put up with this kind of abuse and you turn on me because of my pain, because I'm saying ouch? We got conversations to have in our community, y'all. That's all I'm going to say. This is my rant for today. This one was a little bit more intense than the usual, but this is on the heels of one, witnessing what I'm going through and people's reactions to how I'm managing this situation. Also a conversation I just had with my girlfriend where there was a family event and one of the men were acting not just erratic, but I'm getting ready to go to my car, and when I come back, y'all know what it is. And first, the person who called the police, nobody knows who it was. Nobody knows who called the police because nobody wants to admit that they called the police on this dangerous, violent, threatening Black man. When the police got there and they were asking questions, what is he wearing? What is he? Nobody said anything. When the police, so somebody called the police, they didn't say it. Nobody said anything. Somehow over the loudspeaker or over they still call them walkie-talkies, whatever. Someone says, we have a description. We know where he is. Then everybody started talking, but they were not going to be the one to be they weren't going to be the tipping point. That's my rant for today. We got to do better. We got to do better as Black folks. We got to do better as Black women. We got to do better as Black men. And we need to do better together. We need to have conversations that lives in collaboration, cohesion, and not competition, and not fear-based, not guilt-based, not obligation-based, but just human to human, deserving of love, deserving of grace, deserving of compassion. But with all of that love, grace, and compassion, accountability. That's my rant. Bye.